Hello everyone, this is Brave Chicken Traders. In this video, I want to talk about my weekly market analysis and trade plans based on those analysis. I'm going to make it really short and sweet because it looks like I'm not getting any audiences. Basically, it seems like I'm talking to myself. Anyway, we're going to look at 5 charts and I'm going to explain my trading plans. The first chart we're going to look at is the XY dollar index. And my expectations, well, my guess is it's going to be short-term bearish, but long-term bullish. Why I'm short-term bearish? When I said short-term, it means like a 1 or 2 weeks, but long-term is longer than that. It could be more than 2 weeks, 1 month, or 2 months. So my short-term expectation of DXY is bearish. The reason being is that I think DXY is in overbought condition here. If you look at DXY chart on the weekly over here, it has been gone up for about 11 weeks. But if you look at the daily chart over here, what do you see over here? Stochastic has crossed to downward, and the price is still kind of like going up, but I think it's losing its momentum, as you can see on the MACD, and it's about to cross also. So the XYZ in overbought conditions. So I think there will be some corrections this week or like even next week. So I'm expecting about if he really shows like a divergence on MACD, if it goes down, and maybe stochastic just goes up and goes down, making lower low, then I'll like a short TXY using UUP, the ETF. But long term, I'm bullish on dollar index is because I believe that like strong dollar will continue until the Fed will cut their rates, and I think like if the Fed does not cut its federal fund rates, other countries might sell their like a U.S. Treasury to protect their currencies, which will push like a bond prices down and keeps yields on U.S. Treasury up, and this will lead to higher demand for dollars. So eventually, like I think like the strong dollar like trend will continue, and I think like I truly believe that we might experience some correction like this, but then I think it will go up and revisit $113 level. Okay, let's move on to the next chart, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I'm short-term bullish, but long-term, either neutral or bearish. As you can see, actually I made a trade like yesterday, but Bitcoin has already bounced off a lot. As you can see on its daily chart over here, stochastic is moving upward and MACD kissed and is moving up. So like we see like a lot of momentum happening like on Bitcoin. And as you can see on the chart, looks like it is making a reverse cup and handles. So, and also it broke this like a downtrend. So yeah, definitely Bitcoin is having some strong uptrend, strong like an upward momentum. My initial price target was over here, but we might really retest this 32,000 level. But eventually, I think still Bitcoin is like a risk asset. It's not, I don't think like a Bitcoin is a safe haven assets like gold. So when the economy go through some hardship, I think it'll goes down like all the asset except like a gold. So like on the weekly chart, I think it will probably make some head and shoulders and it'll go down and revisit 20,000 level. That's my expectation. So short term bullish, but long term either neutral or bearish. Okay, let's move on to the next chart. Next one is crude oil. Crude oil, short-term bearish, but long-term I'm bullish. And I have to be really honest. Actually, I'm like a full contract long on crude oil at the moment. Why I'm long? Because I think like we might have some that kept bounce over here, and then I think it'll goes down. So like actually for contracts long, I think I have to tell you that. But I'm just gonna like sold them before we hit this previous like a high. I'm just gonna sell them, scale out. And then when I see like on my like a 1 hour chart, when I see divergence, then I'm gonna like short crude oil. So short term, I think like crude oil will go through some corrections. It might revisit 86 or even come down test like 83 level over here. But long term, I'm bullish on crude oil. There's a couple of reasons that I'm bullish on crude oil long term. One is like I think there will be like the one less rally before the crude oil goes down. When we go through like recessions, I think like crude oil eventually will come down. But before that, I think we will have one more like a rally. And also like a US like a shale oil production has been dwindling, which means the supplies is diminishing, and when supply is diminishing, what happens? Yeah, prices will go up. So, and also like OPEC and Russia is cutting down their oil production. Especially Russia said that they're not gonna like export their diesel. So I think it's gonna like work as a strong, like a long term. It will work as a like a catalyst for the crude oil will go higher. But how high it'll go, that I don't know. But I think it'll maybe revisit 110, maybe 120. But if oil hit this level, I think it'll probably by that time, I think we will like go through a severe recession and crude oil will come down. But like before that, I'm like I would say like a midterm bullish, but eventually it'll come down. But before that, it'll be bullish. But short term, we will have some corrections. Okay, let's move on to the next chart, which is E-mini. Actually, I'm waiting to like a short E-mini because short term I'm bullish, but long term I'm bearish. The reason is short term I'm bullish is the reason is that as you can see on the daily chart, looks like stochastic has crossed and is moving upward, and MACD hasn't crossed yet, but looks like it's about to cross. So I don't know, like at the moment, like it's coming down, but I think like it might come down over this level, and then when the market opens, it might goes up, and probably hit this 20 or 50 moving average, and then it'll come down and revisit 4,200. That's my long-term expectation. But short-term, I think there will be a dead cat bounce, because ES is in over like a sold conditions. Okay. Let's move on to the next one, which is gold. Gold, I have to be honest. On last video, I said gold could either go up or down, but I'm more leaning toward bullish on gold. And I said, if the price breaks the high of the day, I'll go long. But actually, it broke down this level. And as you can see, there was like a strong like a support, but gold broke down this, broke the like a support, and it's heading down to, I guess, 1800. So like a short term, yeah, I'm very bearish. But long term, I'm still bullish on gold. If you use Fibonacci extensions, let's try this one. Over here. Oopsie. Uh-oh, what am I doing here? Yeah. See? So like I think like 1843 or 45 will be the first support. It's at 100, but it might come down to 1820. But eventually, I think there will be a strong support at 1800. So I'm just gonna like stay on the sideline and observe how the price like react on this like supposed like support level. And then if I see some sort of like a divergence on my 1 hour chart, I'll like go long on gold. But at this point, I think it's very bearish. But long term, I'm bullish because like I believe that like gold will be the like a real safe haven asset when the economy is go through a severe like a recession next year. So long term, I'm very bullish on gold, but short term, yeah, you can deny that it's looks very bearish. So like I'm not gonna shoring like gold at the moment. I'm just kind of like watching it and I'm just gonna watch how it'll react on the support level. And if I see there's some strong like if I find some strong level, probably 1820. And if I see divergence on my 1 hour chart, I'll go long on gold. Okay, let's keep this very short and sweet. That's it for today. Hopefully you enjoy this content, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.